As an admin in ClickUp, one of your most valuable skills is knowing where to start when a workspace feels messy. Instead of trying to fix every space, list, and dashboard at once, we're going to zoom in on one space and use space settings as a quick health check. Once you see how this works on one space, you can repeat the same approach everywhere else. In this video, you'll turn the space settings panel into a quick admin audit checklist, simplify statuses so they reflect progress, right-size ClickUps so only the features that support the workflow stay on, standardize custom fields to keep reporting clean and avoid duplicates, and spot and handle archived spaces and inaccessible spaces so your workspace stays navigable and owned. Let's head straight into space settings and look at what you should be checking as an admin. We'll start with the best admin setting that no one talks about, space settings. Because this is where you get a quick health check on any space. This gives you an overview of what to review, simplify, and standardize. Think of space settings as an admin's quick health check. From here, you can confirm who owns the space, how access is managed, what default statuses are set, which ClickUps are enabled at the space level, and which views are set as required. Also, as an admin, you should keep an eye on two space-level hygiene concepts that prevent clutter and ownership problems: archived spaces and inaccessible spaces. Archived spaces you no longer need to reduce sidebar clutter while keeping them searchable when needed. When it comes to inaccessible spaces, sometimes you'll find spaces you can't access due to permissions or ownership changes. For example, if the owner left. These usually require an ownership or access update so the space stays managed. Once you're familiar with this overview, the next question is, what do you actually change first? Let's start with statuses, because they shape how every task in the space feels. The principle to hold on to here is statuses should stay simple and tell you whether work is moving or waiting. If you see a long list of overlapping statuses, like multiple flavors of in progress, or statuses that describe deliverable phases, that's a sign the workflow is too complex. A clean, predictable set works across almost any team. To do, in progress, blocked, in review, done, and complete. That's it. If you find yourself wanting a status for briefing, or drafting, or even revision, pause. That detail is real and worth tracking, but it belongs in a custom field, not a status. Keeping statuses simple also keeps your subtasks usable, since subtasks inherit the parent list statuses, and it keeps cross-space reporting consistent. Next, let's look at ClickUps. ClickUps let you turn on additional features that can help your team work more effectively. As an admin, you're not trying to turn everything on. Your goal is to keep only the features that support the way this space actually works. If no one's using it, or it's confusing the team, turn it off. When you select ClickUps in the settings, you'll see the current ClickUps enabled for that space. For example, in marketing, ClickUps should support coordination and planning. Consider enabling custom fields to identify the asset type and where it fits within the campaign, dependencies to coordinate multi-step launches across channels, time estimates to support capacity planning across designers, writers, and channel owners. Once you've decided which ClickUps stay on, the next step is to clean up the information they expose, starting with your custom fields. This is also where the complexity we kept out of statuses comes back in. Custom fields are built for the detail: what type of work it is, what phase it's in, and how it should be reported on. For a campaign production space, useful fields might include asset type, campaign, channel, campaign phase, launch date, audience, and approver. As you clean this up, look for duplicates like launch date versus go live date and consolidate them. Choosing a single standard field keeps reporting consistent across lists and dashboards and makes it easier to build reliable views and dashboards later. At this point, you've cleaned up how work is structured and how it's viewed. The last piece is making sure this doesn't turn into a set it and forget it moment. That's where your ongoing cadence comes in. Remember that optimization isn't a one-time cleanup. It's a rhythm you build as an admin. A simple approach is to create a recurring admin task or checklist for yourself or your admin team. On a regular cadence, monthly or quarterly, you can review which spaces have been archived or should be archived, whether any spaces have become inaccessible and need ownership updates, changes to statuses, ClickUps, and custom fields, and whether required views still match how teams actually work. Over time, this light governance loop keeps your workspace cleaner, easier to navigate, and much simpler to support as an admin. All right, so now you've seen how powerful space settings can be when you treat them like your admin control center instead of just another menu. You walked through tightening up statuses so they show real progress, keeping only the ClickUps your team actually needs, cleaning up custom fields so reporting isn't a mess, and setting required views so everyone knows exactly where to go to do the work and where to go to review it. And on top of that, you saw how a simple recurring checkup keeps archived and inaccessible spaces from silently piling up in the background. And now it's your turn as an admin. Don't try to fix everything today. Just pick one space your team uses all the time and run through this simple checkup. Open space settings, scan the statuses, review the ClickUps, tidy up the custom fields, and confirm the required views. Once you've done that once, you'll have a repeatable routine you can roll out across the rest of your workspace at your own pace.